Blessings, leaders, and fellow warriors. Keisha here again with the Unlearning series, where I share with you guys the things that I learned on my journey to healing. Listen, I don't know how many more of these I'm going to share with you all, but I'm going to keep going until I'm nudged to stop. So we're on day 8. We are on day 8, and listen, I'm sure many of you have been anticipating this one because on the healing journey, this is inevitable. Number 8, the thing I had to unlearn was to release unbalanced and toxic relationships. I had to learn to unrelease unbalanced and toxic. And when I say toxic, that means harmful relationships, harmful to every part of your being, harmful relationships. And I had to learn to allow and receive fruitful, nurturing, healthy relationships. But first, let me just make a side note right there. I had to learn to have a healthier relationship with myself first before I was even aware of this, before I was even allowed to receive a better relationship, better friendships. See, when you don't have any awareness of who you truly are, you tend to attach to friendships that undermine you, mishandle you, misuse you, manipulate you, even people. You begin to get connected with friendships who may overshadow you, or you may have friendships with people who may feel like they're superior to you, or you may even have noticed as you continue to grow that you have connected with friends who seem more comfortable with your brokenness, your handicap, meaning not your physical handicap, but your brokenness, your disability within, to know who you are. Because when you don't know who you are, you settle for crumbs. You have subpar standards, and you tend to receive what you expect and what you allow. So if you don't honor yourself, if you don't believe you deserve great friendships, you really won't receive that, because you will accept whatever comes to you. This is why it's important to get to know yourself, to get in the presence of the Father so He can help raise your standards, show you who your friends are, what is good for you and what's not. Even in Proverbs, it says iron sharpen iron. We want people in our life that will sharpen us, that will challenge us to be better, not people who will dull our shine. It also says the righteous choose their friends wisely in Proverbs. So we have to learn to choose our friends wisely, not based upon comfortability, not based upon trauma bonding, not based upon just to go along to get along. And I did all of those things. I chose my friend based upon comfortability, trauma bonding, and because I didn't want to be challenged at that time. But I want to read you something that'll kind of bring home what I'm trying to share with you regarding the importance of unlearning to be a part of unbalanced and toxic relationships. And this becomes from my book, Walk of a Warrior. This is 21-day devotional. And it says, my identity was lost in the others, in the eyes of others, which led me to fill the voids in my soul with people and things that did not fill my cup. See, when you lack knowledge of your true identity, not your name, not your occupation, social or financial status, the identity I'm referring to is your kingdom identity. You will find yourself partnering with individuals that negate, undermine, and mishandle you. My mom would question my selection of platonic and romantic friends all the time, as she could see that I had not taken hold of who I was created to be. These people are called dream killers and time stealers. And these are those pseudo friendships that snuff the life out of you, latching onto your anointing, offering no return in your investment. Although these types of relationships serve as distractions on the warrior's path, they also gauge where your standards lie. Some of us allow ourselves to be infiltrated by the company we keep, meaning we take on beliefs, fears, and postures that are contrary to ours. Our life becomes a reflection of the company we keep. As the Bible said, bad company corrupts good character. Once again, on your process to healing, on your process to growing, on your journey to healing and growing, it is going to be inevitable that you will begin to release unbalanced and toxic friendships, untoxic relationships, unbalanced relationships, especially when you begin to honor yourself more. When you begin to get in the presence of the King and he begins to help you set standards and see yourself through his eyes, you will no longer begin to see yourself through the eyes of trauma, uncertainty, inferiority, doubt, failure, frustration. So you will begin to have boundaries, like I said. You will no longer begin to seek validation from men. You will begin to know that you deserve so much more. You deserve so much more. You will not settle for crumbs. You will not settle for subpar behavior from yourself or others. So it's important on this journey to healing that you become courageous in your ability to release unbalanced, toxic relationships. Because it's inevitable. If you don't, it will hinder you. It will stunt your growth. Don't allow bad character to corrupt you. Not character from anyone outside of you or inside of you. I'm not just speaking about relationships. I'm speaking specifically about relationships with people. But I also want you to know that your relationship is with yourself is important. It is key. They are intertwined to how you accept and receive and what you allow from others. If you have no standards for yourself, if you see your eyes through trauma and pain, this is what you will receive and allow to be given to you from others. So don't allow your character, a character of another, to just corrupt you from within or without. This is a necessity on your journey. Unlearn to release those unbalanced things, those toxic things, those harmful things that hinder your relationship with yourself, with Christ, and with your ability to receive the more from the people and the destiny helpers that God has called to you and for you. It's imperative. God bless you guys. See you again.